Welcome back to Sip and Talk.
Hey there. So glad to be back with you.
Today, we're going to unpack something that really hits close to home for a lot of people, especially over in Taiwan. We're talking lung cancer, the dangers of tobacco, all that heavy stuff.
Yeah, and then remember our friend Mickey asked us about this.
Oh, yeah, Mickey.
We're going to pivot just for him and look at global drinking habits, too. Compare things a bit.
Right. His quote kind of stuck with me, too. What was it? I drink to hurt myself.
But when you smoke, you're hurting everyone around you, too. Yeah. So we'll explore that, see who's really feeling the impact of smoking worldwide.
And then check out the alcohol scene globally. Who's drinking what, and maybe who's overdoing it.
Exactly. See where things stand.
Okay, so let's get into it. There are some pretty surprising facts waiting for you, I think.
Definitely more than meets the eye sometimes.
Taiwan's lung cancer challenge and global smoke signals.
So first off, the situation in Taiwan, it's kind of stark. Lung cancer, it's been the #1 cause of cancer death there for, 21 years straight?
21 years. Wow, that's a huge public health burden.
It really is.
And here's the part that really jumps out, at least to me. Over 60% of the lung cancer cases there, they're in non-smokers.
Exactly. 60%. That's way different from what we usually see in Western countries.
Totally different. So it can't just be direct smoking causing it all.
Right. It really points towards other things like environmental pollution, maybe. Definitely lots of secondhand smoke exposure.
And genetics. Could that be part of it?
Yeah, genetic factors seem to play a much bigger role in East Asia. And the tough part is early lung cancer often has no symptoms, just creeps up.
So people get diagnosed late.
Way too often, yeah. Which leads to, pretty grim survival rates. The 5-year survival rate was just under 16% based on some older data.
15.9%. Oof.
And the median survival, just over 13 months. It really highlights that silent killer aspect when it's caught late.
So what are they doing about it in Taiwan? Are they just accepting this?
No, they're definitely stepping up their game. Since 2022, they launched a national early detection program, offering low-dose CT scans, LDCT scans every 2 years.
For who specifically?
For heavy smokers, first off, people with like a 30-pack-year history.
Yeah.
Pack a day for 30 years, that kind of thing.
Got it.
And also, importantly, for non-smokers who have a family history of lung cancer, specific age groups there. Women, 45-74, men, 50-74.
That makes sense, targeting the risk groups. So how does this stack up globally, like compared to the U.S. or Japan or Europe?
Good question. Let's look at some numbers. In 2022, the U.S. had roughly 226,000 new cases, about 127,000 deaths.
Okay.
Japan, around 136,000 new cases, 83,000 deaths. And Europe, if we take Germany as an example, it was like 62,000 new cases and 47,000 deaths.
Still huge numbers everywhere.
Oh, absolutely. And globally, smoking is still the big one, right? Like 85% of cases are linked to smoking.
But that non-smoking percentage in places like Taiwan and Japan.
Exactly. It's noticeably higher. It just really underlines that other factors, genetics, environment, are super important there beyond just direct smoking.
Okay, so let's talk about the smoking rates themselves. Who's actually still smoking? You kind of feel like maybe rates are way down everywhere.
Well, they are generally declining, which is good news.
Right.
But yeah, significant numbers still smoke. Taiwan, back in 2013, their adult rate was 18%, which is actually a big drop, especially for men, from like 44% back in 2001.
Wow, that's a huge drop. Policy working there, I guess.
Seems like it. Their Tobacco Hazards Prevention Act likely played a big role.
And the U.S.?
U.S. was down to 11.6% in 2022. Their campaigns seem really effective.
Yeah, it's pretty low.
Japan was around 18% in 2019. The EU average, also around 18%, 18.4% in 2019.
Okay, so similar ballpark.
But wait, get this. Within Europe, the range is wild. Sweden's down at like 6.4%.
Super low.
But then Bulgaria, almost 29%, 28.7%.
Whoa, that's a massive difference.
Yeah.
Really shows how much culture and policy matter, huh?
Totally. Huge variations.
The perils of smoke and the challenge of quitting.
Okay, so we know smoking's bad. Rates are kind of varied, but declining.
Yeah.
But quitting, man, everyone knows someone who's tried, right? Or maybe it's been you listening. It's just really, really hard.
It absolutely is. And it begs the question, why? Why is it so incredibly tough?
Yeah. What's the deal?
Well, number one is definitely nicotine addiction. It physically changes your brain's reward system.
Right.
So when you try to stop, you get withdrawal, anxiety, irritability, can't sleep, all that fun stuff.
Yeah.
But it's not just physical. Smoking gets tangled up with everything. Your daily routine, coffee breaks, stress relief.
Yeah.
It becomes this huge psychological crutch, too.
That makes sense. The habit part is huge.
It really is. A double whammy, physical and psychological.
And this loops back perfectly to Mickey's point. It's not just hurting the smoker.
Exactly. That's the crucial part about smoking versus maybe some other habits. Secondhand smoke or passive smoking. It's nasty stuff.
What's actually in it?
Oh, tons of harmful chemicals. Carbon monoxide, arsenic.
Arsenic.
Seriously. And it significantly bumps up the risk for non-smokers. Asthma, heart disease, and yes, lung cancer too.
So how many people are we talking about affected by secondhand smoke?
Globally, the estimate's around 1.2 million deaths per year among non-smokers, just from exposure to secondhand smoke.
1.2 million. That's staggering.
It is. And then there's something maybe even sneakier.
What's that?
Third-hand smoke.
Third-hand. Okay, explain that.
It's the residue, the toxic gunk that sticks to clothes, furniture, carpets, walls, even after the air clears.
Ugh, gross.
Yeah, and this stuff contains like 11 known potent carcinogens. It just lingers. And it's especially bad for kids and babies, right?
Yeah.
Crawling around, touching everything, putting things in their mouths.
Oh, man, I never even thought much about that residue aspect. That's awful.
It's a real concern. So you ask, what can smokers do to protect others?
Yeah, besides quitting, which is obviously the best thing.
Right, quitting is goal number one. But short of that, simple things help. Always smoke outside, well away from doors and windows. Never, ever smoke in a car with non-smokers. Use designated areas if they're available.
Well, face it, courtesy, really.
Pretty much. But again, the only way to truly eliminate the risk for everyone is to quit. And places like Taiwan have resources, like quit hotlines and clinics, that actually have pretty good success rates. Support helps.
Hey, and you mentioned policy before. Things like taxes and ad bans, they actually work.
Oh, absolutely. Higher tobacco taxes consistently reduce smoking rates. Bans on advertising, smoke-free public spaces, they all contribute.
And that early detection piece, the LDCT scans, you said they make a difference in survival.
Huge difference. If lung cancer is caught early through screening like LDCT, the survival rate can jump from that grim 16% up to like 53%.
Wow, from 16 to 53. That's massive. Early detection is key.
Absolutely critical.
Mickey's world global alcohol consumption.
All right, let's shift gears a bit, like you said, for our friend Mickey. He loves his drinks.
Ah, yes, he does.
His quote highlighted how smoking harms others externally. Alcohol is often seen as more of an internal harm, right? Affecting the drinker primarily. But let's look at the data. Does the science back that up? Is there any safe level of drinking?
Well, this is where things have gotten pretty interesting lately. The scientific consensus now, it's leaning very heavily towards there's really no safe amount of alcohol when it comes to overall health risks.
No safe amount at all, even like one drink.
Even small amounts, yeah. They incrementally increase your risk for a whole bunch of things. Various cancers, breast cancer, liver cancer are big ones, plus heart disease, liver problems in general, mental health issues. The list is kind of long.
Okay, so what about that whole glass of red wine is good for your heart thing we always heard? Was that just like wishful thinking?
It seems like it might have been, yeah. Or at least the potential harms often outweigh any potential very slight benefits for a very small group of people. Recent big reviews, like from the WHO, basically say the risk starts with the very first drop. It's not about judging, it's just what the biology shows. Even that casual drink carries some level of risk.
Okay, message received. So thinking globally then, who's actually drinking the most? Is it evenly spread or are there hotspots?
Oh, definitely hotspots. The global average for folks 15 and older was about 5.5 liters of pure alcohol per person per year in 2019.
5.5 liters of pure alcohol. How much is that in, like, drinks?
Roughly maybe 60 bottles of wine a year or like 200-ish bottles of beer spread across everyone over 15 globally. And that average was actually down slightly from 2010.
Okay, so who's drinking way more than average?
Europe, generally. Eastern Europe often tops the charts. Belarus was way up there at 14.4 liters.
14.4? That's almost triple the average.
Yeah. Moldova was 13.0, Lithuania 12.9. They lead the pack.
Wow. Okay, and on the other end of the spectrum, who's drinking the least?
Well, for religious and cultural reasons, many Middle Eastern countries, Saudi Arabia, Iran, report basically zero consumption, 0.0 liters.
Makes sense. Where do other big countries fall? Like the U.S., Japan?
The U.S. is above average at 9.2 liters. Japan is lower, 6.7. China hits the global average right on the nose, 5.5 liters. India is lower at 3.8.
Interesting how much variation there is.
Yeah.
Really shows culture, religion, policy shaping things.
Absolutely.
So what about Taiwan? Where do they fit in this picture? Are they up there with Europe or more moderate?
And Taiwan's actually below the global average, about 4.7 liters per person per year.
Okay, so on the lighter side, what are they drinking mostly?
Beer. Beer is definitely king there. Makes up something like 60% of the total alcohol consumed.
Huh. Any interesting trends in Taiwan? Is drinking going up or down?
Well, the overall trend since the 2000s has actually been a slight decrease, especially for men.
Why is that?
A lot of it seems tied to stricter DUI laws, making people think twice, you know?
Good. That makes sense.
But here's a concerning countertrend. Harmful drinking among young women, like 18 to 29, that's actually gone up in recent years.
Really? Any idea why?
The thinking is it might be linked to changing social roles, maybe more work pressure, alcohol potentially becoming a coping mechanism or sort of expected in certain social or work scenes.
That's complicated.
Yeah.
And what about young people in general? Is drinking common?
Yeah, it seems to be a concern. The data shows it ramps up pretty steadily, like 14% in middle school report drinking, jumps to over 30% in high school, and then almost 40% in college.
Wow. Are they thinking about policy changes there too?
There's definitely talk about maybe raising the legal drinking age. It's 18 now, but there's discussion about bumping it to 21, like in the U.S., to try and curb that youth drinking.
Interesting. Do they have resources for people struggling with alcohol?
They do, yeah. Taiwan has over 130 alcohol addiction clinics, and they offer subsidies to help people access treatment.
Does it work?
Apparently, yeah. Reports show that about 90% of people who go through treatment manage to either cut back significantly or stop drinking altogether, which is pretty impressive. Shows that support systems can make a real difference.
90%. That's fantastic. Outro. So quite a journey today. From, the silent spread of lung cancer, whether from smoking or other factors, to the risks of alcohol that maybe aren't always fully recognized.
Yeah, it really underscores how our personal choices, whether it's smoking or drinking, they don't just affect us, do they? They ripple outwards.
Absolutely. There's always that broader impact.
Which kind of leaves you with a big question to chew on, doesn't it? How do we, as a society, balance that individual freedom to choose with the need to protect the well-being of the whole community, especially when behaviors can literally affect the air people breathe or, public health overall.
That's a deep one. Definitely something to think about.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's our time for today. Thank you so much for tuning in to Sip and Talk.
Yeah, thanks everyone. If you enjoyed the conversation, learned something useful, please do subscribe to Sip and Talk wherever you get your podcasts. We'd really appreciate it.
And hey, quick shout out to our buddy Mickey. Don't forget to check out his YouTube channel, Mickytolife. He's got funny memes, great music, travel stuff.
And his new wine tasting videos just dropped.
Oh, yeah. Go check those out. Give him some love.
Definitely. And hey, drink responsibly, folks.
Yeah. And maybe cut back on the puffs, too, if that applies. Take care, everyone.